Hello there, I'm Nicole. This is Nikki Knows Nada, where I talk about things from an INFJ point of view. And I thought about anger, how I deal with anger. And normally I'm pretty peaceful and laid back, but I thought, um, as an INFJ woman, I know that we are highly misunderstood. And I deal with anger in a weird way. Let me read you something. Okay, INFJ anger, INFJ dealing with rage. Let me give that to you. Anger is a very normal emotion, something everyone experiences in their lives. For some people, this is something which happens more frequently. For others, it seems easier to avoid becoming angry over most things. The issue with experiencing anger is that some people choose to repress this and can often make it worse in the long run. Bottling up these feelings is something which causes people to lack the ability to properly process their emotions in a healthy and manageable way. Everyone has their own way of processing and dealing with emotions, especially when it comes to anger. Understanding how each time experiences these emotions is an important step towards understanding them better as well. Now, I was just reading something in general, but it'd be interesting to know like who he's or not. I don't think deal with anger well. I think for me, when I'm dealing with someone and I can't handle anger, I definitely can't handle a chaotic environment. When I have my friends around me, I prefer to be around have more meaningful relationships. How you doing, Native Queen? Hi again. We just came from my politically incorrect page, but shameless plug. INFJs definitely deal with emotions on a deep and personal level, but don't really focus on them the same as other types might, which I find interesting. So, uh, they care about the emotions of those around them, and we want to focus on helping others in situations. But when the INFJ is angry, they might try to find other ways to deal with this and might not entirely process it as openly as they should. 100% true for me. No lies told there. INFJs can sometimes sometimes choose to push aside their own emotions in hopes of helping other people deal with their problems. While they while they do sometimes bury these emotions, there are times when the anger itself finds a way to express itself. And INFJs are when INFJs are sincerely angry and choose to express this, it can actually be something which leaves others feeling frightened with just how intense it is. Yes, Native Queen, this INFJ stuff is one of my favorite things to talk about because we are so misunderstood and we're seen as very passive. We're caregivers. INFJs are advocates, and we definitely believe in something bigger or outside. Oh, something that's under my of ourselves. The problem with me is I can never stay quiet if somebody else is getting um harassed or bullied. I definitely speak up for the underdog, uh, which I'm less likely to speak up and defend myself. INFJs, especially mature INFJs, we're very comfortable in our skin and we know who we are. Doesn't matter if somebody comes saying that they don't agree with who we are, because an INFJ in our silence, I believe we're stronger. We are very confident as far as like this is who we are, this is what we believe, and we don't need validation for that, right? Um, what makes an INFJ angry? INFJs become angry about normal daily frustrations, but we can process. I'm an INFJ, so we can process these small things somewhat easier. The healthy INFJs know how to cope with little things which bother us on a day-to-day basis, but it's often dealing with people and humanity that bothers us, right? INFJs can become caught up on seeing how people behave or treat others. That's what I was saying. So myself, eh, I'm gonna tell you, I could just look at you. You could be like, "Oh, Nikki, blah blah blah. You're such a horrible person. You harass people." I'm like, okay, I don't really say anything because I know that's not me. But I see that happening to somebody else, and it's gonna bother me. I definitely know that an INFJ, empath or Hyoka is here to defeat the narcissist. Narcissistic people can imitate or the characteristics of an INFJ, but their rage. They cannot handle it because the narcissist cares what people think about them. The INFJ does not care. When it has to do with justice or humanity, we care about the bigger cause, and a narcissist can't fake that. So I do believe that we are put here to defeat the narcissist, and that's why we're one of the most rare personality. That's why we are the most rare personality type. A lot of people I hear say, "Oh, I'm an INFJ." I have issues with that because they're so concerned about what people think about them, and some of the things they say is not true. And the INFJ is about we're brutally honest people, and things that make me angry is injustice. Things that just is blatantly wrong. I'm not going to treat people bad because other people are treating people bad. I can sense gaslighting a mile away, and these things make me angry. Um, Native Queen, it says, if someone truly angers me, I can't hold back, and it's other people being treated badly that makes me more angry above all. That's how I am, Native Queen. I'm right with you there. I know you've been very protective over me. I feel the same about you. I'm calm, but when somebody came for you, watch out. Um, INFJs can become caught up on seeing how people behave or treat others, and this is certainly something which upsets and angers them. INFJs are bothered, can become bothered by how we see people treated around us, and this is something which becomes deeply unsettling for us. We care about people and want to be able to have faith in others and believe in the best in them. When INFJs continuously witness injustices in the world, it can cause us to um, become distant from the world, and in some cases, cause us to become very angry. I have to say, those are the things that would bother me, and I'm very protective over my energy. And there's other personality types that have similarities. INFJs are led by our intuition. We're introverted. The INFJ judging like I think that the way that we feel can be very draining, and it's important for us to know, especially a mature INFJ, meaning I'm very comfortable. I trust my intuition. I know Native Queen. I believe she's known that she's an INFJ for a while, and Native Queen is an empath, and a true empath. I mean, she's very caring, and she is definitely one who will speak up when she needs to. Other than that, it's just, and that's the INFJ thing. And I think that sometimes we are highly misunderstood, and people mistake our kindness for weakness. And Native Queen, tell me if you disagree. Um, but we definitely will speak up for an injustice or for someone else. And I remember Native Queen was speaking out about the LGBT or the gay community. Somebody said something derogatory. Native Queen was right there. Hey, we don't support that. She knows me. I don't support that. Native Queen says the trash has been taken out. It's in the DM. We winners. Oh, okay. I'm gonna keep I'm so curious. Well, let me get to this article first. When the INFJ is truly upset with the individual, they try to express this without allowing it to get out of hand. That's what I'll do a lot. But lately, I've been having to take a different approach because online is a different beast. And even though I try to express things without it getting out of hand, the other person takes it way up here. They say the INFJ rage, the door slam. I don't get angry where I'm going to yell at someone, but I will quickly cut them out of my life. In that fallout period, there is no coming back. And that's not because Nicole's being a something. It's because I've had enough. And I think my fellow INFJs will understand. We are caregivers, we are advocates, but narcissists are drawn to us because of those characteristic traits. So thankfully, we have that ability to slam the door. No, we don't miss you. When we get to that fallout stage, we just nothing you. Psychological warfare is a bitch, and I'm sorry about that. I'm saying there's bad things to the personality type, but I think it's here to protect us. Yeah, the queen got me smiling right now. I'm really loving. But an INFJ tries harder than most. And we try to make these relationships work. And when they don't work, and we feel taken advantage of. I mean, we can walk away peacefully, but it's when you try to be toxic with us or try to embarrass us. Not going to embarrass an INFJ. We're going to tell our story first. We're very comfortable in ourself, our strengths. We're good people. We're great people, great friends, but we are misunderstood. We can sometimes see what other people need before ourselves. We put our other people's need before ourselves, but that doesn't make us weak. I think that makes us strong. Um, there are instances where we can experience as INFJ intense anger. One of the most likely situations for an INFJ to on someone, explode on someone, is when the person hurts another individual, especially someone the INFJ loves. We are very protective over our loved ones and don't want to just allow people to hurt them. The INFJ personality types can be extremely protective. We are caring people, but can have a somewhat vicious side when the situation calls for it. The INFJ can really unload on a person and often have a way of knowing their weaknesses and how to tear them down. Hey, when this rage comes out from the INFJ, it can be rather intimidating, especially since most people won't really expect this from them. That's why we're harder to understand. The normally caring and even sometimes reserved INFJ becomes aggressive and fierce. This is something that they are only likely to do when they have been truly pushed over the edge and see no one means of dealing with the situation. And that's something that is hard because I'm normally peaceful and calm, and when I do need to speak out, people are like, "I Nicole, what's wrong with her?" You know what I mean? And it's not that; it's just that there's something deeper going on, and I've got to follow that gut instinct. I've got to follow that intuition because the gaslighting and stuff that certain people will feel, I can feel, and there's nothing wrong with me. But when I see somebody, especially somebody I care about, getting hurt, I'm not going to be affected by things the way other people are affected by them. So I'm going to speak out. And it could be the most unpopular thing. It could be like, oh my goodness, Nicole's always speaking out for something. Yeah, I am going to because there's things that's not right. And I'm not saying I'm perfect, but what I'm not going to do is hurt someone, use them, mistreat them. And I'm not going to watch somebody being mistreated by others and misunderstood by them because they're being triangulated or something like that. And INFJs have to be a part of something bigger outside of ourselves. For me, myself, it could be hard, it could be lonely. I'm really grateful for this community, my Native Queen, my dear sis. I have people around me that love me, and I think every INFJ needs that. We all want to be understood by someone, and we all want to be heard. And INFJs are great people, but because of our gentle nature, um, we are painted in a harsh light a lot of times. But when we speak out, it can be intimidating, it can be fierce, and we're very strong in our beliefs. And it's not going to matter who says that we shouldn't like a person, we shouldn't stick up for a person. Once we feel the need to, we go all out. And I'm grateful for that as an INFJ. I love being unique in that way. Doesn't mean that you're not special if you have a different personality type. But as for me, this is who I am. I'm wired this way. I cannot be a different way. This is just who I am. And I try to be quiet, and it gives me anxiety when something is wrong. I've got to follow that. But it does make for a very lonely life. It's hard in relationships. Yeah, I've had trouble because people won't understand. Well, this person did something to me, but yeah, I can still talk to them. There's no feelings attached there. It's just all kinds of stuff. Anyways, Native Queen says, I had to cut a lot of people out of my life. She also says, I feel their pain and I do shock people when I do protect people. And that's the side people don't want to see. Ooh, Native Queen, yep. I know you're strong. You sure are. But that's the side that you do that when you have to. And that's why I said no need to apologize on anything that you say or do over in my corner. I understand it. And I am that way. As a Hyoka, you're an empath. We have these are things. This is how we're wired, and we are who we are. But thankfully, because that way these narcissists won't get away with hurting good people. we don't process things the same way. So I think that's really good. INFJs are people who are riddled with feelings of guilt, even when they have done nothing truly wrong. This one is hard for me. I'm always the first to say I'm sorry, even though things are not my fault. But for peace, I'll apologize earlier. But there comes a time when it's toxic for me, and I have to tell that person, you need to go away because I'm not feeling guilty for things. I just apologize for the peace, but I'm not gonna. I think that sometimes people feel that you owe them your happiness. Like you need to make amends with them until they say it's okay. Mm-mm. So a lot of people get upset with me because I've number one, I'm apologizing for the sake of peace, not because I felt I did anything wrong a lot of times. And if I am sorry about something, INFJ not only apologizes, but we try to change that behavior. We don't just apologize, we go looking for amends and try to fix it. So but we're constantly feeling guilty and we're always going over how we could have done things better. We experience a sense of guilt over our own actions, always feeling as if we could have done better or helped others more. Um, and I feel that's taken advantage of a lot of times. Just saying. INFJs care about those around them, and we care about the state of the world. We place a lot of pressure on ourselves to be there for our loved ones, and we can be perfectionists when it comes to our own actions and goals. INFJs easily experience guilt, and if we believe that we could have done better or that we should have done something more for those around us, and we feel that we could have done something more, it then becomes difficult for us to cope with those moments when our rage gets the better of us and we feel like, and then we'd rather feel guilty over it. The INFJ, wait, that makes sense. It becomes difficult for an INFJ to cope with moments where anger gets the best of us, as they likely feel rather guilty over it. The INFJ is especially likely to feel guilty for expressing anger if we've done it for more personal reasons rather than defending someone we love, and we can easily justify our own actions when we're protecting another person. But if it is for ourselves, we are for it becomes difficult for us to really move on past our guilt when we realize that we made the right choice. It still becomes something that we have doubts with later on. I'm reading an article from personalitygrowth.com, and I go through these different articles, and the one that I mostly agree with, I kind of share. Native Queen says, that's so true, sis. I agree. Right, me too. Native Queen is I go through a lot of these things, but this one, I just the anger part. It's like lately, I've stick up for a lot, especially during the holidays. And as for those of you that don't know, our main channel is Misunderstood. Native Queen, if you don't mind dropping that link in the chat again, that would be awesome. Thank you for that. And I just know that since I'm struggling with sobriety issues as well, and I am INFJ Hyoka, which is not as uncommon as people think. A lot of times people feel I don't have a right to speak out or I don't have a right to move on, but my INFJ traits are strong. I'm very mature in who I am, and I'm always feeling guilty about things, but there comes a time where people will experience that resistance from me and it's anger, and I think that because I'm always gentle, when I do speak harshly, like, wait a minute, I know what's going on. And if you try to gaslight an INFJ or lie to them, a lot of times we won't say anything, but when we do speak out, uh people aren't going to like it, because it's not how they usually see us. But we do not just get angry at someone. There is a reason. Thank you so much, Native Queen. I appreciate you for that. I appreciate you anyway, but I definitely appreciate this. So I talk about sobriety issues on my Misunderstood channel. But keep in mind that I'm always an INFJ. And on my Misunderstood channel, I'm sharing my journey with sobriety and mental health issues and stuff like that. Um, Okay, this is different ways that we can deal better, right? As an INFJ, if there's anyone that's struggling out there. INFJs can sometimes struggle to process their own emotions because we focus so much on tending to the needs of others. We can feel guilty for taking time for ourselves, but this is something which is entirely necessary for us to do. If the INFJ really wants to be able to process our anger or frustrated feelings, we need to take time for ourselves to really do this instead of avoiding emotions and burying them for the sake of someone else's needs. As INFJs, we need to take some time to dive into our own emotions and our own desires. Putting ourselves as a priority is actually something which will help INFJs overcome these angry feelings and to help us find better tools for processing what we're dealing with. We are highly intuitive people who are often capable of uncovering the best path for ourselves and others. We just need to learn to trust in ourselves more. When an INFJ does learn to rely on our own sense of intuition and judgment, we become more equipped to handle our own rage. And I don't know, I totally agree with I totally agree with all of that. And let me redo this. So INFJ, we are also called the advocate and counselor. Um, right, Native Queen. Everybody's welcome. It's a judgment-free zone. We talk about absolutely everything over there, including some personal conflicts that I have with people that plays out online. We talk about everything, and we're a very loving group, but we're very protective of our group. The INFJ, the advocate and counselor, idealistic and creative. We are people watchers. This is according to a Myers Briggs type, the Myers Briggs personality test, which is the most known worldwide. Okay, idealistic and creative. We are people watchers, closed book and speed reader. Dang, I didn't think about that one, but that's so me. Relationships, authentic and deep, strong love, empathetic, vampire absorbing others' feelings, passionate and mysterious. Weaknesses, perfectionist can burn out can by taking on too much. Dislikes, mundanity, I don't know what that means, conflict, scrutiny, wants to fix all things. We're autistic writers, career extroverts, personal introverts. I love that because when it comes to work, I'm an extreme extrovert, and people would think that I'm an extrovert, but I'm actually an introvert. So because I need my downtime to recharge. Friends, passionate, quirky, and supportive. I just found that interesting. Um, Again, I love being an INFJ. That INFJ anger. Oh, I've read this before. Um, well, let me read it. Let me read it again. Hopefully. Okay. Okay. INFJ quotes on anger. How badly have you messed up? How far into the inner circle are you? How much lapse time has there been between the incident and them talking to you? Have you ignored important warnings in the past? All of these are pertinent pieces of information. Generally, INFJs don't enjoy being angry. We do appreciate signs of remorse, though, and if we let you have it with both girls, it's because you've ignored all previous warnings given. If pushed very hardly, we may door slam you. Um, Usually, we are beyond even feeling angry by then, though. By the time you get that door slam, and I just think here's a quote on INFJ trust. I find it difficult to let people in, even though I crave deep emotion, and I definitely feel that. The INFJ door slam, we know what it is, but there's also the fallout period, you guys. Here we go. The INF door slam. This is not about you anymore. This is not about you anymore. I don't think you'll feel bad about me vanishing from your life. I don't door slam you to punish you. If I door slammed you, It was because I felt you didn't value our relationship. I felt abandoned, though I kept fighting for the relationship until I was done. The door slam is to protect and respect myself. Recharge from the wrong emotions you brought. And I don't even believe you miss me or regret anything. I deeply admit that if I felt that way because you were not interested in I deeply admit I felt that way because you were not interested in me as I was with you. Goodbye. Um, INFJs have calming energy about us, and we like to put a lot of effort into making other people um, comfortable. And I think that that is, I think that it is what it is. I don't get mad. I don't get even. I disappear, and that's just that's what it is. And I know that you guys have I know want to know some. Oh, hi Tommy. That's why I joined the community. I feel as if I don't feel judged and I feel free to express myself. Thank you for saying that, Native Queen. And again, for those of you who are new to this channel, after the holidays, I am gonna have a regular schedule, uploads, and all that. I'm working. I'm gonna officially launch the channel and promote this channel. Promote it meaning I love small groups, but I mean I will be active on this channel as much as I am on my other channels. After January 3rd, I will have a regular schedule and I will be live on this channel at least twice a week. My other one's almost daily, but this one at least twice a week. Because this one, oh no, I can't. This is my daily blog channel. Okay, I'm sorry. On this channel, I'll be active almost every day. I'm talking about INFJ stuff. And feel free to catch the replays because it'll be mostly random. Okay, want to know how to irritate INFJ? Gossip, gossip, gossip. That's true. Disturb us when we're busy with an anecdote about your newest pickup lines because we don't like small talk like that. Tell us that we should loosen up and bring us along to a club. Casually touch us while talking. That one doesn't bother me though, but it's just was something I see bother some of my other INFJ friends, but it doesn't bother me. I'm from the Midwest, so I don't mind being touched sometimes. Not touched, like gently touched, all right? Don't take no for an answer. Make us say it again and again. These are ways to irritate INFJ. When people don't take my no, it pisses me off because no is one of my favorite words. It's a complete sentence. Native Queen says, Will says that door slam is brutal, and when we had enough, and it's time for you to go. Yep, Native Queen. And I'm really grateful for the door slam. I'm gonna tell you God's honest truth. I love the fact that there's no back and forth. When I fall out with somebody, I fall out. And when somebody walks away from me, I do not chase them. They're I don't door slam them, but I definitely don't crave their presence. I don't feel anything. Um, Make fun of that odd person you both know. That's going to irritate us because we accept people. And why are we making fun of people? Just because they're a little bit different. It's going to irritate an INFJ. So I'm grateful I'm an INFJ. Ask an INFJ why they don't smile anymore. That bugs the crap out of me, especially when I'm not smiling in my pictures. People say, "Why aren't you smiling?" Be loud, like really loud and crave their attention. Ask what's wrong when we're silent. If we say that we're fine, and asking us if we're sure. Yeah, that's a good way to irritate an INFJ. Which, you know, I just but we don't hardly talk we hardly talk about the fallout stage though. Let me give you the INFJ doors, the stages. I've talked about this a lot though. But I want to give you the stages because there are stages to this. There's 5 stages. And it takes a while to get there. Native Queen says, Tommy, I hope your day is good. That's not what Native Queen said, but I'm sure she does too. Um, Native Queen says, I would rather be lonely on my own than lonely with someone else. Yep. Native Queen, for sure, you're right. Um, Okay, let me read you guys you guys know about this, but we talk about, so the door slam is actually the fourth stage. The first stage, dealing with the toxicity. Most relationships that end with the INFJ slam often involve unbearable situations. Disagreements are bound to happen between friends, partners, or loved ones. However, persistent disputes often lead to deep emotional turbulence, which might be too hard on an INFJ, right? That's just the first part. The second part is giving them a second chance. So when somebody angers us, we give them a second chance. INFJ people are insightful and caring, which helps us to see things from different angles. We'd rather give people chances to prove themselves than make sudden judgments, even with a repeated disagreement. We have high hopes that things will take a brighter turn. Second stage. Third stage, reduced emotional investment. And this is where I try to let people know that I'm getting there. I'm getting there. And every relationship that falls out, I say, hey, you know what? This is becoming too much for me. I remember what I said with irritate INFJ, having to say no again and again and again. Don't cross my boundaries. My boundaries are there. Oh, INFJs, we need boundaries. It's going to help us stay healthy. But the boundaries are there to protect us. And it doesn't matter if the other person feels it's a safe boundary to have. It's what we have. Um, Reduce emotional investment. When an INFJ deals with a turbulent situation for far too long, we become slowly emotionally distant. We neither feel hate nor anger, but slowly void ourselves in any emotion. In the long run, we understand that the only way to cope with the situation is to eventually stop feeling anything. The fourth slam, the fourth slam, the fourth point is the door slam. It is much easier for an INFJ to deal with a broken friendship or relationship when we've become emotionless over time. It's like a recuperation period, which gives us the strength to walk away from something topic, slam the door, which would have been impossible in our naturally empathetic state. So we are empaths. We are very caring. We're very gentle. But the door slam doesn't feel good, people. But it's after we've tried, and we try more than most. When we're emotionally done with somebody, it's not hard for the INFJ to slam the door. And that's what people don't get. So when they're trying to get us back, that's really hard to do. But the fifth stage we don't hear about as much. It's called the fallout stage. And this is why I want to talk about INFJ anger and how I get to the stage. Most people often don't see INFJ the fallout. Most people often don't see INFJ door slam signs until it's too late. The fallout happens when the INFJ moves on and there's little to no chance of rebuilding the relationship. Even though door slams are hard to undo, there's steps that you can do if you want to get the second chance. I have not had one time where I undid. There's the I have when I slammed the door, I can only think of one case where I slightly tried to have a conversation with someone in my past, but I quickly moved that person to the fallout stage. It was a guy that did some horrible things to me, and I tried to talk to this person, tried to get them, just wanted some kind of, I don't know. I have been trying to mend a lot of relationships in my life. After talking to that person for 2 minutes on the phone, he quickly went to the fallout stage because I realized I just nothing this person. I don't care about their presence, what they're going through, if they're happy or sad. That fallout stage is really brutal. When I really care about somebody and they hit that door slam, it's one thing, but the fallout stage, it's nice to see that I just nothing a person, and it really is to protect my heart. Native Queen says, I become emotionally void to the person. No love, no hate, no nothing. Can't keep dealing with the negativity. That's how I feel. Native Queen, I always say, I just nothing them. I don't hate them. I don't love them. I just nothing them. And when they're having a conversation with me and they're thinking, oh, there's hope, they're not realizing that there's not. I just don't care. I'm not invested at all. And there's no pretense of it for me. Here are some steps, though, to help reverse the INFJ door slam. I'm not talking about the fallout. I'm talking about the door slam. Because if you hit the fallout stage, we really are just done. But I guess this will go for both INFJ door slam and the fallout, because the fallout is really what the INFJ door slam is when we're done. As an INFJ, you know, I, as an INFJ, I'm going to tell you it's challenging to do. It's challenging to reverse it. But here's some steps you can take, all right? I'm going to give you four, but I make no promises that it's going to work, but this will help. First step, um, admit you're wrong. When we INFJs are so empathetic that we want others to behave in a certain way. We want people to acknowledge how their actions affect others, not really about ourselves, but when we see it affecting other people as well. Because it resonates with our personality. Being reflective and admitting you were wrong will make a heavy difference in the recovery process. You're actively showing compassion and responsibility, which indicates you can build a mature friendship with the INFJ. More so, you're proving your trustworthiness even in the face of challenges. Um, it's still hard though, but that's a start. Second, have genuine intentions. Most people only notice the INFJ door slam signs when an INFJ's presence suddenly become beneficial to them. Therefore, their motive towards reversing the door slam is more or less selfish. Um, People don't value our friendship, but miss the person's company and what we have to offer, and we know that. We even know that as we're friends with you, but once we get tired of you, then that means you've drained us and you've taken advantage and you've used us. If you don't have genuine intentions, the situation will inevitably become toxic again in the long run. You should care about the person more than the benefits of being around them. Your genuineness will make the work much easier. The third way you can do it is to start afresh. My experiences with door slams have been quite depressing. Most people feel they can pick up where things left off in a broken friendship without addressing the root cause of the problem. You absolutely cannot do that with me, and that's why when I tried to reach out to somebody like, hey, which I shouldn't even have done, when I realized this person is just selfish and will never doesn't even deserve to be around me at all, I quickly moved into the fallout stage, and I have no regrets doing that, nor do I have any. I don't walk around sad like I miss you. I'm glad you're gone. The only thing I ever wish is that I did it sooner. If not you guys, talking about people that reach the door slam. If you want to reverse a door slam, you need to accept the previous friendship fall apart. Try to start things on a fresh note, but never assume that an INFJ silence indicates that we forgot the incident. It does not. And I think that a lot of people in my life that try to be friends with me, but they were like, why did you talk to that person? Why? Or why don't you talk about these things? Why don't you address it? And it's draining for me when people do that, because just because I just don't talk about a lot of things that I see wrong. And a lot of times, again, when I say I'm sorry, it's not because I did something wrong. It's because I'm trying to make peace. But there comes a time when it's just when we do fall out with somebody, and I feel like when a person comes back into my life and they want to be friends with me, they don't realize that the friendship has been broken and that we're not starting from where we left off. And that's been the case in a lot of my situationships. A lot of people that have just, hey, you know what, Nicole, they feel the love for me. So all these people in my life, especially online to some like public, they try to pay me as this bad person. But people that deal with me know I'm full of love and light. Native Queen, who always says love and light to me. I always say I'm more luz to her, in Spanish. So uh, you feel that, and I know like somebody tell me something about Native Queen that's just not in character. I don't care. They get mad because she's getting big on Instagram. She's doing her thing, or just like, oh, I'm not. I don't believe that. Um, I know it. So we know who we are, and so wanting to pick up a relationship with us after you fall out with us, um, no. So if you really want to recover from a door slam, it's hard to do. Native Queen says, I become emotionally void to that person. No love, no hate. Not, oh, right, Native Queen. So I become emotionally void as well. And that is a great point. So, but these are steps if a person truly wants to. I haven't seen it reversed in my life at all. The one time I tried, I immediately regretted it, and there is no ever going back to a person that, for me, when it's done, it just has to be done. The one time I tried it, I regretted it, and I'm not willing to try that again. Native Queen says, "I never forget it. I find it hard to trust, and when I do, you break it. It's done." Right, Native Queen. Right, and I think that's important. Don't feign closeness to win us over. Instead, try to prove yourself by respecting our boundaries and creating a fresh yet positive impression. The fourth stage is to be patient. Oftentimes, people are impatient with the door slam reversal process and end up accepting defeat. Establishing a great relationship with an INFJ takes time, as well as rebuilding one that was broken. People with the advocate personality never rush relationships, and the same applies when we choose to withdraw the door slams. If your friendship is one important, you have to prove it with patience. Um, yeah, let me read this to you. And this is how to prevent the INFJ door slam. The major theme that leads to the door slam is emotional distance. Um, People often say distance makes the heart grow fonder, but in this case, distance convinces an INFJ to move on, especially when a turbulent situation has been recurring. Disagreements are inevitable in relationships, but you should never neglect your friend or partner's pain. And watch out for signs that our friend or partner is hurting and try to resolve that as soon as possible. More so, never allow so much distance that forces us to give up on a relationship. So the five stages again on the door slam, dealing with the first stage, dealing with toxicity. The second stage, giving them a second chance. The third stage is reduce emotional investment. Fourth stage is the door slam. The fifth stage is the fallout. So, do INFJs regret the door slam? An FJ wouldn't slam the door on a friendship except when it's necessary. Putting ourselves in a chaotic situation is something we rarely do, which is why slamming the door is necessary for us. After the door slam, we don't feel pain or regret. We just limit our vulnerability and become indifferent. Um, um, and INFJs, the door slam, I mean, it's very prominent. So I want to say this. The INFJ door slam is important. INFJs attract narcissists. People with advocate personality types tend to have calm characters. I'm very calm. We are also quite empathetic and seek to please others more than ourselves. Narcissists try to take advantage because we have submissive natures. Um, but the door slam is real. Choosing to cut people off is common with personalities, but it's more prominent with INFJs. We are sensitive, but we distance ourselves from people playing with our emotions. When others tend to take advantage of our caring natures, we take a bang door approach and we just close it. And I think that's really important to know. And so I don't like to be angry with people. Oh, thank you, Native Queen. I've been taking those. I've been working hard. You explained it so well. I hope people listen to this and get a perspective of who we are. Oh, I give you a big hug for that, Native Queen. I'm gonna check my DM now. It's 5 o'clock here, and not that that matters, but I was thinking about that. I think again, people misunderstand INFJs because we're very calming. We have a very calm nature, but when we believe in something and someone is hurting someone else, uh, INFJs get angry, the way we handle it is different from other personality types as far as when we say that we are done, we are done. We do not, our knows, me knows, we have our boundaries, but it's there to protect us because we do attract narcissistic people. We are advocates, we are counselors, we care for other people. And the way that we deal with our anger, we will try to work something out. We will try to be there and we'll give people another chance. But when you get to that door slam, it's after trying. So it is easy Native Queen. It is. We're great friends. We are very loving individuals, but when we see that we're being taken advantage of, we don't walk away right away. But when we do, no, we're not missing you in our life. We don't wish you harm. We don't wish you anything. And when you fall out, you're not going to just be able to jump back into our lives and create that relationship. I gave you some steps on what could start, but definitely you can't rush that process. And most people aren't willing to do that. Most people think that if, not most, but a lot of people, um, I'm sorry, okay, and they think the friendship can go right back to what it was. And I think it's really important to have to start fresh and get to know each other again, because once an INFJ is trusting you, and we do that door slam, I haven't seen it reversed. I don't know, Native Queen, if you've seen it reversed, but again, when I tried, I couldn't do it. I felt guards immediately up. So INFJs, very loving, but I do know that when we walk away from people, they feel it because they miss our presence. And that's what I'm going to say about that. I um I really miss talking to you guys. I can't wait to come back again. And right after the holidays, I am going to be way more regular. Just need to get to these holidays. I'm still dealing with some sobriety stuff, which you can check on my Misunderstood page, which I pinned on top. Thank you, Native Queen, for dropping that link. And Native Queen says, "Sis, you have been so supportive to me, and I value your friendship. 100% love and light always. Allure, allure, more ilus simply. Um, my friend, my sister, um, you've been so supportive towards me, and you're always there, and your strength is really encouraging. You keep me going, and I really am always here to support you, always. Um, you're just family to me, and I love your energy and your Instagram page. You're doing your thing." Now, Queen says they do miss our presence. Oh, wait, she just took that way. Okay, I think she's gonna rewrite that, so I'll wait. Um, man, I'm hoping this help people to understand us more, and I am hoping to connect with other INFJs and personality types. So, with the better understanding of who we are, why are we this way? I'm definitely wired this way. Um, I just am. And Native Queen, again, is an empath. I'm a Hayoka, and we are needed in this world. And I'm really grateful that we are here. And I'm grateful that you guys are here, because we do need other personality types, and we all have a little bit of each thing. But I think what's interesting about INFJ is that we are led by our intuition versus, and the intuition is spot on, it's accurate, and when somebody's gaslighting me, I definitely feel it 100% of the time. Well, I can't say 100% because maybe I'll miss something, but I can feel it right away. I still will say 100% of the time, but that leaves no room for, there's my brain overthinking. Gaslighting, feel that energy. All right, spot on. Native Queen says they do miss us as they see how supportive we were and won't find that many places. Right, Native Queen. And because we're so supportive and forgiving, and we try to build the relationship again and again, they really can't imagine us walking away. And in my experience, in my experiences, because of how many chances I give somebody, how I try to work it out, they really feel I don't have the right to, and they can talk me into coming back, and they can't. And that's when I find a lot of the cyber stalking and bullying that I experience, because I don't give into that. And they try to make other people feel, this is my experience, they make other people try to make other people feel that I'm the bad person, I'm the one at fault, and I get triangulated a lot. But I stand strong as an INFJ and as a Hayoka, because you can't convince me of something that's not true. And I will let that person rant and rage. Sometimes I'll feed a little, like, hey, you know what? But I will probably make I usually don't respond, but once it starts to affect other people and they're like constantly trying to make them miserable or turn them against, I just don't like bullying at all, period. I can handle it for myself, but once they start bullying people around me or cyber stalking or making my loved ones miserable, then I'm gonna fight back every time. Little Queen says, "I'm shocked by a lot of people walking away. I tried to help, but I gave too much." Oh, I shocked a lot of people. Sorry, by walking away. I tried to help, but I gave too much. That's right, Native Queen, and I'm glad that you walked away because that's here to protect us. And I've gotten to know you, and I know that you're very loving. You're very supportive, and I know that you tried and you walked away when you had to, and you get a big shout out from me. And I missed you. I'm so glad that you caught my 2 live streams because I always want to know how you're doing. Hey, Africa Black Chaos, how are you doing, my friend? Um, so I was just talking about things that makes the INFJ angry, makes and things that I have trouble dealing with anger, some of the misunderstandings, some of the times that I have to walk away. Talked about the INFJ door slam, and the fallouts. There's definitely 5 stages to that, and there's just a lot of things that's misunderstanding. We're very loving, very virtual hug back, very giving, but that there's a time that we have to protect ourselves, protect our energy. And I think that it's hard for people who's close to us when they think that they'll be back. They miss us. Mm-mm. No, and I think that's unique with the INFJ is that it's easier for us to walk away because by the time we walk away and you feel that door slam, we're already spent. We're already detached from you. So the only difference is now you realize that we're gone. Um, oh my goodness, you're East Coast, Africa, Black Chaos. Happy to catch your live. It's 8 a.m. here. Oh, you're in Virginia, East Coast. Thank you, Africa. How you been, my friend? Haven't seen you in a while. It's always good seeing you. I will be more regular on this channel after the new year. I have some uploads that I have for you. But yeah, I'm just doing my thing. I'm happy you caught my live too. Are you ready for the holidays? And I would love, okay, so if you haven't taken a personality test, Myers-Briggs personality test, be honest with it, not that you won't, but you'll learn a lot about yourself. Sis, I got to go. I have to take Macon to vet. Talk to you soon. Love you. I will send you a DM right after Native Queen. Don't worry about taking it. Don't worry about responding right away. Just know that I'm going to do that and give you a big, lot of love, virtual hug. And talk to you soon, my friend. And I hope that Macon is okay. So, Africa, no, I can't remember if you've taken that test or not. But and good morning, Native Queen. I said good night, I think, but good morning. I don't remember if you've taken that test or not. But I would like to know what your personality type is. And what are you how do you see things and stuff like that? So yeah. Picture I didn't miss anything there. Yeah. So I've been going live. Oh, the personality test to know what your personality type is. Like I'm an INFJ. So I was just wondering what you were, if you knew. So I'm a high INFJ, an empath, and a helper. Oh, you should. Let me see if I can find a link. I'll drop it in the chat. Let me see. I'm not sure if I can find it, but let me try. Can you try this? It's the Myers-Briggs personality test is the one that's most well known or well recognized, and I just recommend that one. Let me see. So the next time we talk, take your time with it. Let me drop a link in the chat. Okay, let me see if I can copy this. No, wait, can't do it like that. How do I? Okay, I'm gonna drop the link in the chat. Wait. Okay, so that way you'll have it, and it'll be interesting to know. And if you comment after the stream, I'll see it. Oh wait, I gotta do it on this phone. Hang on, sorry. But I should have dropped it anyway. This test's gonna be interesting. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Okay. Let me drop it like this because I can do it better. But it will be interesting, and I think you'll learn a lot about yourself. I learned a lot about myself. Okay, now I can drop it in the chat. This. Oh shoot, wrong page. Okay. Here we go. Let me know if you can see the link because I'm doing it this way. Okay. There it is. So that is for the personality test. So I mean, I learned a lot about myself, but then I already knew I was an INFJ. I never really knew that term though. I knew empath, and actually I should pin that comment. So okay, I pinned it. So that would be good. I should include that. But yeah, Africa, take the test. You're a Leo. I don't know much about the signs, but what are you? Let me Google you real quick. Tell me if this is accurate about you. As a Leo, what are you interested in? Leos. Okay, let me see about Leos. So you are the true lion? Leos are like wait, so there's a difference from a July Leos and an August Leo? What? So July Leos don't know how to be quiet, fake. They just get quiet, shy at first, but be prepared for some wild shit once you get to know them. Have to be successful because they love expensive stuff. August Leos, when upset, their silence says it all. Are a night owl. Hey, these aren't my words. This comes from the zodiac sign site. When upset, their anger says it all. Are night owls and early bird because their sleep schedules messed up. Don't know how to ask for help. They disappear and are back when they good. I don't know much about the zodiac signs, but I do find it interesting. Leos. My mom says I'm a true August Leo. Oh, okay, glad that you're August. That's interesting. Leo, you tend to hold on to love much longer than you should. Even damaged relationships can be hard for you to let go because once you believe in a person, it's hard to just quit on them. Is that you? No matter how much pride and love you have in yourself, you have just as much pride and love for someone you choose to be with. For you, love is a decision. Wow, this is interesting. Leos, here you go. Either hella confident or hella insecure. You've got to take this test. Yeah, Africa? Okay, Leo. Either hella confident or hella insecure. It's my way or the highway attitude, both messy and organized. Doesn't give second chances to fakes. Baddie with the heart of gold. Africa, you a baddie. Accidentally hurt people's feelings. Love me but leave me alone energy. Overdresses for casual occasions. This is interesting. Do another one. Dating a Leo. Always keeps it real. won't fake a vibe, down for new experiences, hypes your insecure ass up, can kiss you for hours, encourages you to follow your dreams, can be playful and silly, and they do be insulting as you they do be insulting you as a form of flirting. Wow, that's interesting. That's all you. That is so funny. I like that. Let me look up my sign as an Aries. I have no clue. I never thought about these. Aries zodiac facts. Man. Oh wait, here's unknown facts about the zodiac with Leos. Huge ego and caring what people think of them aside. When you really get to know them, they probably are some of the most empathetic and sympathetic people. Oh, that's really cool. Huh. Aries I'm an Aries. My birthday's March 25th. Intelligent, 100%. We're intelligent, sarcastic. Damn. I should read this. Aries facts. Wait, let me read this one. Aries. Okay, so this is from March 24th to April 19th, which I didn't realize it mattered. That's me. Ambitious, devoted, and unstoppable. Africa says, yep, the good, the bad, and the good and the bad from the Leo. That's funny to know. I need to study this stuff more. I didn't know there was something to it. The pioneer and natural born leader hates the word no and tends to make up their own rules and won't stop until they get whatever it is they want. Very loyal, devoted, encouraging, honesty, which can sometimes come off as rude. Yeah. They're the first to compliment when the job is well done. Okay. Going solo. Yep. They're also very easygoing around others. That's so me. That's right. It's not only my INFJ. These are the Aries signs. Okay. Aries facts. Intelligent. Okay, so they have Aries facts and then like the daily percentage, like the daily value. Intelligent, 105% of the daily value, right? Sarcastic, 90%. Romantic, 100%. Rebellious, 110%. Tell it like it is, 200%. Loyal to the end, 110%. Savage, 95%. Problem solving, 85%. Lie detecting, 150%. Kindness if treated well, 200%. Dangerous when provoked, 1000%. And that's right. That's how it is. That's like interesting, Africa, because I never thought about the zodiac signs. But I gave you that personality test, so look at that, and yeah, the next time we talk, let me know what you think. Hopefully, you guys know a little bit more about me, and that's pretty special. So, I don't know. Africa, I like knowing that you are a Leo because now you have me wanting to know more about the zodiac signs. And I think I never really thought to know that because I've always been interested in the personality type that I am. So, um, well, I just loaded the test. I can't wait to start on it. Let me know the next time we talk. And if you, I will check back on my comments. I'll go to bed about 6 my time. So I can't wait to see what you are and what you think, and if you agree or not. Like you'll have time to kind of explore it. I'm interested in seeing what you are. So I'm going on an hour. I'm going to get out of here. Uh, Good morning to you, Africa. Thank you for stopping by my house, and I look forward to seeing your results from the personality test. I'm actually pretty excited about that. So uh, thank you for. I'm glad you loaded the test. I'm glad I could help with that. So I will let you know ASAP. All right, then I will more than likely see the comment before I go to bed. So I will be going to bed about 6:15 or so. So all right, Africa, have a great night. Um, um, Little Queen and her, and Macon. I hope you have a great visit in the hospital, and just I'm happy to see you this AM, sis. You look amazing. Thank you, Africa. I feel great, and I'm getting healthier, and I am just really happy. I've gotten a lot of support. And for those of you that catch the replay, Africa, I share my sobriety journey. I now have 40 days clean. I'll have 41 days clean soon. And I talk about that on my Misunderstood channel. The link is somewhere in the chat. But I need another month for this channel thing. I just I feel great, and I for those of you that's interested in like sobriety type stuff, I want you to know that I do share that under Misunderstood, and I share it in detail. So sometimes it could be a little harsh, but we're a very loving community. Good night, Africa. I will sleep well, and I again look forward to your results. Have a good night, everyone. Have a good morning. Keep going. I'm proud of you. Thank you, Africa, and I thank you for your support. I'm proud of you too, because you've just been an amazing friend, an amazing brother. So I just thank you for that. All right. I look forward to seeing your results, and I'll talk to you all very soon.